Let's Get It, where we attack today's local or national hottest sports topics. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, and let's get after it.
Go ahead, Ray.
Hey, welcome to Let's Get It. I am. Are we live, Jay?
That's what I said.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, y'all, welcome to Let's Get It. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin. On my co-host and producer, Jason Bryson. Always, Coach Marcus Bullock. We are happy to finally have our time set and be live. We are going to be recapping a great Eagles victory, 29-21 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. Sends the Eagles to 4-0, beating Doug Peterson. Of course, we are going to be giving you up-to-date live coverage of the Brewers and Marlins. Right now, currently, the Marlins have a 3-2 lead here in the bottom of the 10th, first and second for the Brewers. But before we get into anything, as always, I want to check in. Coach, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. Happy to be back on. I haven't been on in a while, so I'm happy to be back on. All's going well. This weather's terrible. Let's go Marlins.
Absolutely. I know we're all sitting here. I might say it's been a back and forth, but it's okay. Jay, how are you doing? Just so everybody knows, Coach and I are big on the Phillies victories, and we are rooting for the playoffs. We have a little bit of a side bet going, so we are big Phillies fans. Jay is rooting against the Phillies.
I am.
Hoping that the Phillies blow it. Jay, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. If the Brewers, they step up, I'll be doing a whole lot better. But, for the most part, I'm doing all right, man. We had some technical difficulties, but now we seem to be rocking and rolling, so that's a good thing. Other than that, it's just a terrible. Listen, it's a grateful Sunday, but at the same time, it's like nasty, man, like all day, and I'm hearing that it's going to continue to be that way. It's not going to change. Is that true?
From what I saw, yeah. I mean, we are looking at least a whole rest of the evening and tomorrow of rain.
It's a lot of rain, yo. But it's good. It's a lot of rain. But hey, listen, it's all good. Doing well, though, bro. Doing very well,
Good.
Yeah. Doing very well. Okay.
Listen, we are just, you know what it is? It's Sunday. We got that rainy mentality, so it's okay though.
Absolutely.
You're just pushing through and doing what you have to do.
That's what we could do. All we could do is that,
But I tell you what I want to start off with, like I said, is a good victory from the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, it started off rough, down 14-0. Jacksonville came into play though. Obviously, the rain had a factor in it, and for the touchdown off a deflection from the Jaguars was something that you couldn't control. But I was really impressed to see the way the Eagles were able to battle. Changed their game plan. Early on, Sirianni had a little bit of questionable calls, and there was a third down play in which he just a short pass, didn't throw it to the sticks, something that you would want to see. But they were able to adjust. The defense really came through and saw a great victory for the team. And just really one of those victories that makes you say that this team could do something moving forward. So,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Coach.
I told you guys earlier, I turned it off when he threw the pick six because that's as soon as I turned it on. So I have that, I feel like I gave them the bad mojo. So I didn't want to be a part of that. So I just followed it instead of watching it. But what I was kind of, happy with, I guess you could say, is they came back. I feel like they've been leading all these first three games. They always had to lead. And now they got down, I think it was 14-0. Right. And they were able to battle back and still hang on, to get the lead and then hang on to it as well. So that's kind of what impressed me the most out of the whole thing.
Right. No, I agree. In fact, when I saw it was 14-0, so, today's the day you either watch football, you watch movies, you kind of just chill. So I kind of was doing both. And, I saw it was 14-0. I was like, oh, well, they're going to come back. I wasn't concerned. So when I started watching again, it was already 20-14. So I don't really know what really happened. I know they went up 23-14. And ultimately, that was the end of the score, right? 23-14.
29-21 was
21, somewhere like that. So I started watching from that point of view. But I just like the resiliency that, our, September offensive player of the month is doing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I just like what he's doing, what he's producing for his team. You know what I mean? And he's showing that he's put in the work to try to be that franchise quarterback.
No, I agree. I'm sitting here. I'm watching. I'm sitting here watching the Brewers. So we got first and third. Mm-hmm. Here we go. 2 outs. So, I mean, you're right. And that's the thing. I mean, with Hurts, I mean, any game, early in the game, I was receiving messages from our fine guests last weekend. I'm going to call them out. Mm-hmm. My buddy Matt, who was on the show, who's saying that the arm strength wasn't there. Mm-hmm. I don't care who is playing. In this weather, you have no grip of the ball. I mean, even the throw where it was a deflection, I mean, that's stuff that you can't control. I mean, things like that happen in this game. I mean, Trevor Lawrence had multiple fumbles that on a regular day, he's not fumbling the football, and it might be a different football game.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, what I'm saying, I thought it was great plays made by the defense on those Trevor Lawrence's fumbles or whatever the case may be.
No, it was.
But at the same time, I think people had to catch the ball too, though. So I think there was a lot of patches. I saw some plays where, the announcer said, "Oh, it looked like it was a little bit behind him." It's just that whole narrative. It's hard to escape. Once there becomes a narrative about you. And I want to say that, was that to A.J. Brown where the ball, it hit him and Goddard.
Yeah, Goddard had one. I mean, A.J. Brown had one too.
Right, those are catchable balls to me. You know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, I still think, was it his best performance this week? No, but it still was enough to get the job done.
And that's what matters. I mean,
that's what matters.
Exactly. That's what winners do. They just go
and can you be that leader on the team?
And that's what it was. And I mean, you look at it too. They like I said, Sirianni made adjustments. Came in. Miles Sanders was able to touch the ball many times. He got 2 touchdowns. I mean, if Miles Sanders can run the way he did today, that's going to be a huge difference maker for the Eagles. But like I said, the biggest part of today was getting the defense to step up. I mean, your offense was struggling. Hassan Reddick, local kid, 2 sacks, 2 fumbles recovered. Right. I mean, a huge step in the right direction for them.
Right.
So. Jordan Davis, who's the young tackle, great plays. Mm-hmm. I mean, so you're just getting contributions from all over the place. So
when do you think because it's coming, the Devontae Smith, I'm not getting the ball enough comes?
It's interesting you brought that up, Coach, because I was thinking that at some point, he's a top receiver and he's not getting the touches he's looking at.
4 targets today.
And at some point, I don't know. Everyone wants to win at the end of the day, but also, I think that football players have some of the biggest egos,
especially wide
receivers. You took the word out of my mouth. So I think it's going to take losing and a lack of targets.
Right, you can't say anything when you're 4-0. I mean,
if you're sure, yeah. So I think that if they were to lose this game, would have lost this game, and he only had 4 targets, then I could see him saying, "Well, I didn't get my chance to really, make my imprint on the game or anything like that." So
that's just this game, right? So I think as the season goes on, he'll get his touches, but right now, you hope that with his, he might be a little more mature, and he'll stay mature or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Do you think it's immaturity that makes you kind of speak out? You become a little egotistical.
Yeah, and I mean, like we said, like all wide receivers have that I'm always open mentality. And I think you have to have that to be a good wide receiver.
Sure.
But I think for him, going from what he was last year, being really the only wide receiver, to now, A.J. Brown steps up and now he's really the number 2 guy, and he's getting less targets because Goddard obviously gets a ton to throw a lot to the running backs. So I don't know. I think it's going to be interesting. I think they have to figure out a way to force feed him a little bit early,
right?
Because once you get going early, then what happens the rest of the game is kind of irrelevant because you're happy you already got 3 catches in the first quarter, so you feel good about it. So
yeah, I know
it's interesting.
I agree. I have to give you the update. The Brewers tied at 3-3 right now, 2 outs. 10th inning.
Well, I'm working right now. It's all good. I let the baseball take care of itself. You know what I mean?
What is that?
No, I'm just saying. I just got to play it that way because I almost feel like I jinxed myself. I probably should have just waited, but that's okay. See, the Phillies. I didn't expect the Phillies to win today, and they did.
Well, I didn't expect them to actually win last night. I don't know what it was after they got.
You expect them to win last night after they lost the first one?
Once they got smacked, I thought that they were going to lose again.
But then you got to play the Astros, right?
Yes. Yeah, and the Astros are set up. I mean, Dusty Baker already said
in Houston, right?
Yeah, and he already said he's set up to, start his. They got Verlander, Valdez, and I forget their third starter, who are all very strong starters, McCullers, I believe, and they're all going to play against the Phillies and go against the Phillies because he said, I'm still going to be going into it, with the mentality of winning.
Right. He's not going to do like Charlie.
Well, what they have, it's different now with all these teams in the playoffs. They have a long break.
That's true. Right.
So they automatically have a long break.
true.
So you can't. There's no need to take the foot off the gas when you have a built-in break already.
That's true.
So
That's true. But I like what I saw from the Eagles, though, to be honest with you. I do. I'm not really, everybody knows I'm not an Eagles fan.
Not this week.
But
Not this week.
But I'm not. But no, I'm not.
No, because last week, I believe last week you told everyone that you were.
I'm rooting for the Eagles. But I can't say I'm an Eagles fan.
I believe that in
Eagles
previous.
fan is
No,
somebody
I believe.
I'm not buying no.
I believe
I'm not
that
buying no
previous. No, I
paraphernalia,
believe
you know
that
what I'm
previously
saying?
you said you can count me as an Eagles fan now.
I'm very choosy with my language. I don't know if I.
Coach, I kind of remember.
I don't speak that way.
you saying you're not an Eagles fan, I disagree with.
Do you understand what I meant by the difference?
I think
though,
you're.
right?
I would
like,
think.
I'm rooting
I
for
think
the
you're
Eagles.
a Jalen Hurts fan.
I was clear about that.
I think you're a Jalen Hurts
I was clear about that. But I'm rooting for the Eagles because of Jalen Hurts. I'm not an Eagles fan because I'm not buying no paraphernalia. I wouldn't wear no hat, no jersey, no nothing.
Well,
But
I'm an Eagles fan. I don't buy any paraphernalia either.
But if you had one and somebody gave you one, you'd wear it.
Yeah, for sure.
I would not wear
Me
it.
neither. I don't want it.
I don't want it.
I don't like to wear it.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would, you know what I'm saying? Like it would almost be similar to me getting you a Yankee shirt.
Well, I don't have any problem with the Yankees.
No, I know you don't. But
I wouldn't wear that.
you wouldn't wear it no matter what.
Nah.
That's right, because you have that inner Red Sox.
Yeah, I could.
You can't do it. You just can't do it.
In fairness, once you're born into that, or not born into it, but once you're exposed to that and you're entrenched in that, like you were, there's no coming out of it. I mean,
No, yeah, for sure. I get it. But I don't. I guess I see what you're. I mean, yeah.
You understand? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for him. If Jalen Hurts and this whole, if it really, to be honest with you, if it really wasn't for the cautioners, I probably wouldn't be rooting
And
for him.
I agree with that.
you see what Tony said, the Hurts eyes.
Okay, whatever.
I definitely.
but it's the cautioners that make me root for, you know what I'm saying?
Root harder for him.
Yes, because the cautioners are killing them. They're killing them.
They really
They're
are.
4-0. He's 4-0 for the first time. When's the first time? When was the last time I went 4-0?
I have to go back and look at the stat book.
It
It might have been under Donovan.
They announced it. I think it was like 08, 09 or something like that. I forget what they
Donovan.
announced
I was
it.
going to say,
or whatever.
last time was
You know what I'm
gotta
saying?
be under Donovan.
But come on, he's balling. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's still getting. I think he might be. At this point, I think he's underrated. Would you say that?
Yeah, I think that, nationally, I think he gets his credit. I think locally, he still does not get the credit he deserves.
I don't think nationally does. I mean, because even, like I said, even on these balls, and that sounded weird, but even on these balls to Goddard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the announcer said, it's a little bit behind. I'm like, are you serious? Like, Goddard should catch that ball. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so they'll, they look for him to be, they want too much perfection for him.
Well,
Meanwhile, I'll be honest with you, Trevor Lawrence looked soft out there the last two plays out there. For me.
Yeah, he did.
Trevor Lawrence is soft.
He's soft.
He's always
soft.
been. I mean, he always is. Sunshine.
That's the great word.
He's the right-handed sunshine.
Yeah, he looks soft.
He's a quarterback who needs the perfect scenario. Like, if it's a perfect situation, the line did everything perfectly, the wide receivers did everything perfectly, he's going to throw the ball.
Right. I don't think he's going to win you a game.
But if there's anything goes wrong,
he just. I saw that was a nice play to make when they made it 21.
Yeah,
that was a nice throw. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, he's average at best.
Even when you look at him at Clemson, he was in an ideal situation.
Right.
I mean, he had top team, great coach, great receivers, great running backs. And every throw he made, like you're saying, Coach, like he wasn't under pressure and
not getting touched. Not worried about getting touched.
And that's but I mean they definitely haven't been improved. I mean, you can definitely see the Jaguars were an improved team.
Yes.
And
that's a
credit to Doug Peterson.
Yes. And I saw that the announcers gave out some credit to Howie Roseman with his who was the guy that had the 2 sacks
Hassan Reddick.
Yeah, and
Local kid.
that was a Howie.
He's a rookie. He just got drafted.
No, that was Jordan Davis. Hassan Reddick was the Temple kid.
He
who
was
they
free
signed
agent.
as free agent.
Oh, free agent.
Okay.
Yeah, free agent. Howie's good at free agents. I think we established that.
I just don't break it down like that. I just think that you're either a good GM or you're
No, you
not.
can't say that.
I'm saying
No, because
you can't say that.
You're either a good GM or you're not. You're either a good,
Okay, good.
You're either a good person or you're not.
But no, but that's like saying no. Let's make a basketball now. That's like saying you're a good offensive player, but you're not a good defensive player. You're not a good ball player.
No,
You're good. You're either good or you're not.
You're either good or you're not good.
You're not like
Howie's good.
If Howie would be your, you would still want a drafting substitution, like a defensive substitution, like in basketball.
You're
You
good
would
or
still
you're
want
not
a
good.
drafting substitution.
You're good or you're not good, bro.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Is okay.
I don't like
overall,
going
he's
to
good.
the shades of gray. You know what I'm saying?
Well, because it doesn't apply to the narrative that you're trying to express.
No. The narrative is that he's a very good GM. Like, who else are you going to get beside him? Who else? I mean, who else in the game has done hands down, but maybe the sound besides Kraft and that ownership over there, or maybe even Pittsburgh or something like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, who's done better?
No, you're not
You know what
wrong.
I'm saying? Like, so, but I get what you're saying. Like I said, it's either good, you're either good or you're bad. It's just one or the other.
I would say, yeah, he's good.
But he's made some good moves. I mean, I think he was genius for the Jalen Hurts. He must have saw something in Carson.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So that might have been more Laurie than Roseman, right? One could suggest that a little bit.
I don't want to give Jeffrey Lurie any credit.
I feel like that would be the opposite. I feel like
It's more
Laurie, I think that was
okay.
his boy.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean?
I mean,
okay.
Carson was Laurie's boy.
Yeah, I don't mean. I think Laurie just signs the checks.
Because I think if
Oh, you mean no? You say so? Wait, did you say that you think Carson was Laurie's boy?
yeah.
Right. I don't think Howie. That's
That's why I think Howie
Yeah.
drafted Hurts because he, like you said, I
Right.
think he
Absolutely.
And I think if Howie had his way, Doug would still be here.
Absolutely.
Carson would have been.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But they said, all right, let's get rid of Doug, and then hopefully
Right.
Carson. Then Carson still didn't buy.
Carson
it.
still, yeah, right. So yeah. So I mean, listen, the Eagles are playing well. Hurts is playing well. On a previous show, we went over our things. I think we had the Eagles going 5-0, or maybe even 6-0 before they lost.
I don't remember. Yeah, it was something like that. It was.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely, we're definitely on track for what we were saying.
Yeah.
That's for sure. You know
We are. I mean, you look at all the teams though in the NFC. I mean, they look the most well-rounded right now.
They look very good.
and
They look very good. They look very good last year. I mean, towards the end, they started getting better.
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So then they tinkered with some things, and then now, you know what I mean, that we're in a position to really make a run. And dare I say, I think Sirianni is he's becoming that guy. It looks like that a little bit. He looks a little, I don't know, of course, when we hear Flowers and stuff like that, you know what I mean, systems or whatever, we know that you're a little nervous, but you seem to be coming into your own a little bit.
I think as an Eagles fan, like I don't look at Sirianni as a liability anymore. I think that he's grown and he's shown that he's got control of this team. And
Can he be that franchise coach though?
if the Eagles let him, and that's where because the Eagles are always if they allow him to be that guy, I think they can.
Right.
So-
But he still has to improve and grow too. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
saying, on
look,
some things.
not for nothing. I mean, he still has to perform. I mean, the expectations this season were at least a division title and,
Right.
at least winning a first round playoff game.
Right.
He's got to meet those expectations and then go from there.
Right.
So
Well, I like it though. I like what's happening. I'm excited. I'm excited for Hurts. I must admit, I am. I'm excited for him. You know what I mean? Because I just think that, he's like the epitome of getting down, getting dirty, getting in the gym, getting to work, and improving on your game.
absolutely. Oh, yeah.
What's the update though? Because I see some smirksies going on. What's
Some smart.
I saw you smile a little bit. So what's the score?
No, we're just
Nothing's changed?
Still 3-3.
3-3.
all right.
We got
Who's
runner
batting right now?
on third for the Marlins. 2 outs in the 11th.
Come on.
But so what is this? So today's weather, I don't think that you could have paid me enough to sit out there today and
You know
watch
what?
a game.
And I was saying that. And shout out to my dude I know. You know what I'm saying? He's out there with his pops. He puts it out there, he's, hey, listen, you love them. And I can't even I can't even disrespect them to him because he loves them. Like people like that, you can't disrespect.
I feel attacked.
No,
I love the Phillies.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. You just said you wouldn't sit out there like that in that ring.
No, I would not.
Right. So that's this guy is on a different level of love. Okay.
Okay.
Because I can't be out there either for no team. I just don't love him like that.
No, I mean, not if I can watch the game from the dryness.
That's not true.
What about if it was a playoff game?
That's not true.
See,
if it was a Yankee playoff game, I would be there.
That's what I mean, though. So I couldn't do it based on the situation of the fourth game of the regular season.
No, I
can't be out there. Now, if you tell me that it's like, is it a Phillies playoff game or an Eagles playoff game, it's a different scenario.
Yeah.
But like you said, I will give you a shout out to your buddy who, if he's out there today, and there was plenty of people still out there.
Oh, I think it was still
eager.
packed.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
Listen, that's just another level of loyalty for that squad. You know what I'm saying? That's who I felt happy for. Even I didn't know him then. But those type of individuals, I feel just supremely happy for them that they had a chance to get that chip. I'm serious though. Like, that's like some people been waiting their whole life.
We've
like for real, man. That's been their prayer. You know what I'm saying?
We've said it
the
before.
Eagles win. You know what I mean? So
We've said it before that the Eagles fans were different than any other of the fans in Philadelphia as far as waiting for a championship goes. I mean, there was literally people that were like, I can die happy now that I've seen the Eagles win a championship.
Yeah, but it had been that. Well, you can't even say it's been that long because they had never did it.
Right.
So,
I mean, you still had people trying to say, well, we got an NFL championship in 1960.
Well, you were one of them at one time.
No, I never would tell you. I've never made a claim that the Eagles had any championships of any kind. I would tell you what history tells me, but I'm not saying.
Right. And that's the thing about history, ladies and gentlemen. The longer it goes, people change it. It's all good.
I'm just, and then we were not at the table, as you always said.
But you're at the table now. But see, sometimes I get mad because you start showing like you ain't never had. You could tell that. You could tell that you've never sat at the table. See, if you sit at the table, you just sit there with your championships. You just chill. You just relax. You don't come in, oh yeah, we got ours now. We got, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to calm down a little bit.
We got to shake the table up a little bit.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm just trying to see. We got, we're going to the bottom of the 11th.
Yeah, it's 3-3. Come on, we batting. Brewers about to take this and win this game here.
They might, but it's okay. I mean, we'll still be down to 2.
So good.
We'll still be down to 2.
I thought it was 5.
No,
it was 2 days ago.
Oh, okay.
It really was. And then, I mean, even after the ugly day yesterday, they still,
it up. Yeah, so it's okay. It's all right.
How are we feeling about the Cowboys 3-1 without Dak?
You know, it's funny. I was saying to somebody today that I'm more afraid of the Cowboys with this guy, Cooper Rush, than with Dak Prescott. Just because.
Ouch. Right.
I mean, just because he seems like he's more efficient. He gets rid of the ball quicker. They seem like they run a little smoother. Now, I mean, they beat a very bad Commanders team today, so.
Yeah, and nobody knows who this guy is yet. Once the film gets out, just like Ben DiNucci. Ben DiNucci was doing
we didn't need film on Ben DiNucci.
I don't think Ben DiNucci had more than 3 complete passes. Poor Ben DiNucci. Yeah. He did nothing to nobody, and he gets thrown under the bus more than anybody.
Listen. Who did the Cowboys play? They're 3-1 now?
I hope Ben DiNucci gets a podcast and calls you out.
He might. He won't Kwame Brown me, though. I'll tell you that much.
They're 3-1.
They're 3-1.
They're 3-1.
They played. The Commanders suck. Okay.
They lost to Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Beat the Bengals. Beat the Giants.
Yeah.
They haven't really beat nobody.
I'll tell you.
Maybe the Bengals.
Who have the Eagles beaten?
I mean, the Eagles beat the Lions.
Okay. That's
Minnesota. Washington. Jacksonville.
Okay.
The best of those teams was the Minnesota.
That's a good point.
And they have at Arizona this coming Sunday, which will be a good one. That'll be a good test.
Yes.
And then they got home versus Dallas. I think they lose one of those 2 games. I think they lose next week on the road, and I think they beat Dallas at home. But they go into the bye 5-1.
The Eagles?
Yes.
Because you got them losing to Dallas.
No, I have them losing next week at Arizona. And then beating Dallas at home.
I'm saying no. I'm saying they go 5-0. I'm saying 5-0.
So that'd be 6-1 or 6-0. Excuse me. So you think they go into the bye week undefeated?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it's Hurts' year. I actually think the Eagles could possibly win the Super Bowl.
I thought you were saying.
So I'm making bold claims.
Jeez, that one caught me.
Yeah. Making very bold claims. I believe that they can actually win the Super Bowl this year.
I mean,
bold claims.
Yeah, I mean, that's. I just didn't expect you to say. I don't disagree. I think they can. I think a lot of things have to go right for them.
yeah, and like I said, I still think that you got teams like the Rams and you got teams like, the Packers. The Packers are kind of on their way down, but I think you definitely got the Rams. You still can't rule out a healthy Buccaneers team with Tom Brady.
Yeah, but I just think this team their defense seems good. Their offense is good enough. I just think that they're gonna get stronger as
And they don't have a tough schedule. And I mean that, like, they don't have a tough schedule.
They don't. I switched back over to see what's going on with who do we got coming after. I know they have the Steelers, the Texans,
they can beat
Commanders, Colts, Packers.
They could.
Titans, Giants, Bears, Cowboys. There's nobody like damn.
Are they at the Titans or home versus Titans?
Home versus Titans.
Okay, if it was in Tennessee, that would be one I would circle. But
I just don't like. There's no game on here that you're like, oh, they're gonna lose that one.
No.
And I think they're gonna lose somewhere, but
they're
gonna lose a game you don't expect.
But let's be real. Part of it is because you see how they've been playing. You like how they're playing. They're not coming across as a team with glaring weaknesses.
They're really not.
So it makes you look at those teams and say, "Oh, you know what? No, yeah, okay, they're good, but we can beat them. But we can beat them." That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, they're
wait a minute, separate yourself.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Because you said we. You're not an Eagles fan.
No. I'm rooting for the Eagles. So if I'm rooting for the Eagles, I can say we. When I root for them, I don't have to be a fan to root for them.
See,
it's a difference.
The narrative.
I'm just saying it's a difference, man.
As you know, he uses his words.
He's
very wisely.
a master of the words.
Everybody should be.
Okay. So I know we're talking about the Eagles. Talking about right today. I know there's some big injuries. Slay went out with an injury. Maddox was out. I got to talk, and we wanted to talk about it last time. The injury to Tua Tagovailoa.
I still didn't see it.
I don't know if I can pronounce his name.
It doesn't look terrible.
Yeah, I still didn't see it.
It doesn't. But you go back to, and this is something that this has been an ongoing issue for football for so long now.
Okay.
And the fact that they just continue to just bypass. I know coach is watching the game here.
I'm confused.
Yeah, so was I. It was a runner on third, and now it's first and second from what I see.
Yeah.
With who? Brewers?
Yeah.
Brewers have first and second?
They had first and...
Let's go.
I don't know if something's wrong.
And we're at home, right? Brewers are at home, right?
We're at home.
We're at home. Again, I don't have to be
No, I know. So I'm
rooting for them.
So here's my thing. Like
we're at home now. All we gotta do is score one time. That's
so
it.
They were talking about it today, though, and I agree. Like, there's a point in it where, like, the responsibility falls on. Like, they were talking about the head coach, and it was interesting when they were talking about. They dated it back to Luke Kuechly, and he had gotten injured a few years back. He played for the Panthers, and Ron Rivera came in and was like, "No, you are not going back in this game," and stepped in as the head coach and said, "It's my responsibility to take care of my players." But when you see something like that with Tua, because I can't even pronounce his last name properly, so I'm not going to try again.
Mm-hmm.
You did great.
You did do a good job, though.
You did it very confidently.
Yeah, you did.
I mean,
I wouldn't have known that you didn't know.
But the thing is, like, at some point
I know.
But at some point, like, there has to be, like I said, a concrete. Whether these players go back in the game or not. I think as soon as you show any signs of any kind of cognitive impairment, you're done for the day. I don't care if you can pass a protocol or anything on the sidelines. You need to be done for the day. And I think you automatically need to be out of football procedures for 5 to 7 days.
Yeah, I think anybody would think that, you know what I'm saying? But
except for who?
The player?
The player who has to reach there.
That's right.
X amount of snaps.
That's right.
Has to throw for as many yards, who has to.
They're playing for a lot more.
They are. I mean, in that situation, I get now they're saying, there's going to be new protocols come into place, by week 5, meaning next week, and they're going to have it be, cognitive impairment rules and whatnot. Because, the NFL is always trying to keep up with making themselves look good because it's a business. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I mean, there's got to be like I said, I hope that this new rule, whatever it may be, is a concrete situation where it says if you show any kind of cognitive impairment, you're out for that game at minimum. And you would have to take at least 5 days off from football, whatever it may be.
They have to have that standard in now because, it was on national television, right? So that has to happen.
Yeah, and it's all over.
But then also, if you think about it, you got to have some education for the players too, because those players, I don't know if there's ever been a player that say, no, I can't play because I'm cognitively, they don't care. They live and breathe this. First of all, to play football at this level, you have to live and breathe that game, that sport. That means that you don't care about what happens to your body necessarily. You know what I'm saying? Like you're cool with taking the bumps and the bruises and the hits to play at this level.
And most of these guys have played through some kind of cognitive impairment over the years. I think 70% of football players have had a concussion at some point in their career.
Which is kind of crazy. It's actually a dichotomy for me, to be honest with you, because how do I watch it? But I don't think anybody should play it.
Right.
That's the messed up thing.
Coach is showing me, and I just saw it. I had bases loaded. The Brewers, now they're back to first and second. I don't know what's going on here.
Bases loaded, 1 out.
2-2. But no, and that's the thing, though, because even as a fan, you hope that you're a decent human first. You don't want to see anyone hurt.
Sure.
But even let's say, for example, we see if it happens to our best player, if you're a Dolphins fan, you're like, come on, man, get back in there, suck it up.
Right.
You're not thinking about, the long-term effects.
Well, I just think, yeah, right. But it's not until you see the movie that you stop thinking about the long-term effects.
Thought that was a really good movie.
You start thinking about you know what I'm saying? You have to watch the movie. Something happened there because you guys turned it.
No.
Something has happened. I don't know. I'm looking at Coach's eyes.
No, we're just
bases loaded.
Wait a minute. What is going on?
1 out. So this next pitch, something's going to happen.
Come on, baby.
Come
on, baby.
And that's the thing. At the end of the day, like I said, it's going to be interesting to see what these new protocols are from the NFL. But, it's, and these guys, the response from the NFL, the response from the coaches, but when you see these guys the way they are, you got to step in and, but it's they treat these guys like my sons. But yeah, but these are still at the end of the day, I hate to say these are still your employees.
Suck them out.
Okay, we got 2 down.
Suck them out.
So I'm telling you, it's just gonna come down to like the last game of the season. I know it is the way it's gonna happen.
Wait, was that a strikeout? Wait a minute.
Yeah, it should be. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
no. Refresh it though.
3 straight.
No, refresh it though, because now it goes back to 1 out. No, he struck out swinging.
Right, that's what I was saying. So
he struck out swinging.
The funny thing is, the team I'm coaching we have a tournament this Friday, and they were like, "Oh, this is the only tournament, and the host team is going to play Friday evening." Phillies could be in the wild card Friday evening.
Oh, wow.
So, not for nothing, if people are listening, I may make some questionable coaching decisions.
Wow. Oh,
no, I'm just kidding.
Oh, my goodness. The Phillies, if they get into the wild card.
I don't care. I don't care what happens if they lose the. I really don't care.
You do care.
What do you mean?
Right, he does care.
No. What I'm saying
is
a
defense mechanism.
Getting in is the goal. If we lose, I'll be disappointed, but I'm not going to be like, man, we didn't. We should have done more.
Yeah,
I guess it depends how we look. I guess
this team, and you can tell me they're bad. You can tell me whatever you want. They have enough pieces to win a series.
They do.
If guys play the way they're capable of
You're right. I mean, if you get the starts from Zach Wheeler and you get the starts from Aaron Nola and we hit the way, then we do have enough.
I don't know.
We shall see. But so we have. Oh, what do we got here? End of the 11th. We are going to the 12th.
Got out of the jam.
I'm telling you, this is some enticing stuff here. So you know what? Of course, we got our favorite topic to talk about though. We got the Sixers starting some training camp.
Right.
Sixers opened up. James,
did you hear Doc's conversation with James Harden?
No. What was that?
I heard part of it. So go ahead, Coach.
Yeah.
So they had it was like a minute and a half where he pulled him off to the side and basically was being real. Like it was. I've never really heard an NBA coach talk to a player like this. Like basically tell him he needs to be more aggressive. The way he was playing in practice, they need him to play. We need to get Joel on the block. We need to get him doing X, Y, Z. It's on him to do that. Like just things like that. And it was just like, okay.
Okay.
And he said, if we can put all this together, we're unbeatable. That's what Doc said. We're unbeatable.
No, but I mean, I like it. I like it.
It was a different approach. It was the Doc Rivers that we were hoping to see, like not that passive Doc Rivers. It was the aggressive. I'm going to be on him, but is he going to be on him? All year, and so far, obviously this is just preseason. But what James Harden is showing you is a little bit of what we were hoping we were getting when we got James Harden.
We haven't seen anything yet, so you can't say it's a little bit of what we.
This is different. This is a different James in the preseason than we saw before.
We haven't had him in the preseason.
Well, I'm saying it.
So what I'm saying, this is so yeah. I love it, but now I got to see it now. You know what I'm saying? My mother always told me. She said, believe half of what you hear, but all of what you see. And that's just how I am.
Sports knowledge on this show, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, that's it. No, you're going to get some.
You're always going to get some.
Yo, I got to see it. Like, it sounds good. I'm hype. I'm pumped. I like this PJ Tucker. I like this. I'm hearing things about Matisse and whatever. He's gotten better. What's the starting lineup now? It's Tobias, James, Maxey, Embiid, and Tucker. Yeah. It's a great lineup.
I mean, it's a great and lineup. Then, like we talked about it before, it stretches out the bench.
It's a great lineup.
I mean, I know everyone is hyped about this team and what their potential is, but again,
absolutely,
this team is going to be a good regular season team. They're going to be there, but again, let's fast forward to June and see what happens then.
Well, I'm hoping that they'll be able to get busy. I mean, that's the bottom line. I'm hoping that they'll be able to get busy. I like the pieces though. What this House kid is pretty good. It's
good shooter, good defender.
Melton kid's pretty good.
Good defender, good athlete.
Yeah. So I mean,
you're going to bring in guys.
Maxey's going to be better.
Yeah. I mean, you brought in guys like even when you brought in like a Furkan, and you brought in the Danny Greens, and they were giving you either hitting threes, and that was it. If they weren't hitting threes, you couldn't get everything on the defensive end, like you said, Coach. Right. You got House, you got Melton. They can be on both sides of the ball. So
I like. You still got Niang. I like Niang. You know what I'm saying? He's a good player.
Saying he's in shape too.
And he's in shape.
You're right. Because last season, I mean, he did look like he was struggling a little bit.
Well, I mean, but he started a good year, or a decent year, I think. You know what I'm saying? He surprised me. I never even heard of him. So, you know what I'm saying? So I like what's going on. And you got Doc another year without the band, without all that stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? I think that this bodes well for us. You know what I'm saying? This bodes well for us. It bodes well. So I'm happy. I'm ready to. I'm ready to go. They got the blue and white scrimmage next week. You think y'all think about going or what?
I was thinking about it, and then I thought about it's just gonna be too many people.
Be a lot of people
in a small spot.
Yep.
It's like gotta be aware now again.
Yep. Well, yeah. I'm not again. Always. Yeah, always. You know what I'm saying? So, but
I didn't know the blue and white scrimmage was next week, though.
Yes. I think Saturday.
Okay.
I think that's October 8th, I think. You know what I'm saying? So, down in Delaware at the, what is that? It's not the
Chase Fieldhouse.
Yeah. But what's the team? The 80. That's not the 87.
No, the 87ers. Yeah.
The 87ers. Yeah, with the 87ers. What were they before?
Oh, I know who they were. They were the Blue Coats.
Blue Coats.
Yes.
Blue Coats.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So now they're the 87ers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is kind of funny, as you know.
When did they change? Wait, are they the Blue Coats now? They were the 87ers. They're the Blue Coats now. We've had it backwards.
Well,
Are they?
I mean, we got
That's right.
just Google.
We got it backwards.
You're right. You are right. Are they?
Yep. Because my boy John made a song
You're right.
to the
You
Blue
are right.
Coats. Yeah.
You are right.
They are the Blue Coats now.
You're right.
It was actually a better name than the 87ers.
I agree.
87ers was like, you know what I'm saying? But this is not bad.
I liked it though. I think it was in a good playoff with the 76ers.
I know. It was. Just didn't make sense though, the 87ers. I don't like
What's
it.
87?
Yeah, right. I don't know.
You're not there yet. We got to get closer. I don't know.
I don't know. 76 we know is
Yeah.
representative of, you know what I'm saying, Independence Day, whatever. But, you know what I'm saying, 87, I don't know.
Good question.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's all good. It's all good. Blue Coats, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I mean, I said I think I'm happy for the season. I like the fact that Boston has this, I don't like what's going on, of course.
Yeah.
But I like this turmoil that they're having.
Yeah.
And I think Udoka really had the pulse of that team.
I agree.
So without him being there, I think that's going to be a little change for them.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy about that because I thought Boston, especially with Gallinari,
He's out.
He's out. He tore his ACL. And if somebody else they had gotten too, they still got Brogdon though.
They just signed Blake Griffin.
Oh,
Yeah, it was a nice piece though.
Yeah, he'd be all right. Yeah. Right.
I mean, I was funny.
But that Brogdon I thought was tougher though.
As someone I know likes to say, average at best.
Average at best.
Average
That's
at
what I'm
best.
saying. Average at
You know, it's interesting. I saw with the Lakers, they always got to have their new motto for the year. What was it? You got it, get it, or something.
Get it and go.
You get it, go.
I mean, it was like, now we got our big three. We're back in action.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't realize that Russ was kind of like on the low, like disrespecting them a little bit. Like he felt like they didn't really want him to be him.
Well, I mean, Russ has let him know in the interviews, like, listen, I'm here to play regardless. I mean, would you say it was disrespectful? Maybe, but I think that anyone knows who Russell Westbrook is, knows that that's what you get when you get him, but you're still going to get the guy that goes all out on the court.
Russ was garbage last year. I mean, that's just, he didn't have his typical Russ year. Okay. So
his numbers weren't terrible. His numbers were not bad.
They weren't.
No, and that's what, he didn't play well, but his numbers, if you look at it and just say who had a better year than him and somebody else, you're like, oh, this guy. And you're like, but his numbers are way better.
Okay. So he still had that 20 or close to 20.
Yeah, I'll find it. But
Yeah, I mean, it's just, like, is anyone scared? I mean, I know if you have LeBron, you're in it.
Mm-hmm.
But is anyone really scared of the Lakers?
Well, I'm scared of this Darvin Ham. I'm scared. I think he could be an X factor. You know what I'm saying? So, part of me, I don't think they ever really wanted to play for Frank Vogel.
No.
I don't think, Frank Vogel's going to go down in history because he won a title. But
I think he's going to be one of those.
And he won the bubble title.
19-7-7.
Yeah.
77.
19-7-7.
19-7. That's not bad.
On 45% shoot.
That's not terrible. Actually, not terrible at all. You're right about that. You're
No.
right about that.
But you're right. I mean, because if you say rattle me off the coaches of the Lakers, people are going to forget that Frank Vogel won a title. And they said it's going to have the asterisk because it's the bubble title.
I don't think it would have an asterisk though. I think winning the bubble title was a difficult title to win.
Yeah.
I don't think it was an easy title. You know what I'm saying? At that time, in the way the earth, the world was, and
I mean, I still think that in general, I think he wasn't like the catalyst to it. Like you sound like a Phil Jackson type, who I think you.
No. I actually think they won that championship full of turmoil because I think wasn't that the year that Magic was like, that summer before.
I'm not coming back.
Like Rob Pelinka, and I clearly remember during that celebration, Vogel and Rob Pelinka looking to shake hands with anybody, and nobody wanting to shake hands with him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I still think, like I said, I still think that now they have Darvin Ham. You got a healthy AD now. We'll see. We'll see what happens. What score? They scored
4-3.
4-3.
4-3 Marlins. Let's go. I tell you, I'm watching it, and the way it goes, you don't know if it's going to be a fly out or what.
Yeah.
And I thought for a second it was going to be gone the way they hit it fast.
Yeah, but see, they
Joey Wendell, he's tough. But again, this is what I'm telling you. It's kind of wish I was watching this live.
They didn't. The Brewers didn't capitalize. See, it's stuff like that where that's just not good.
I mean, the thing is, the Marlins have already blew it twice. Will they blow it a third time?
Imagine if I don't mean to switch subjects, but if the Brewers were our home team, how upset we would be.
Oh yeah,
because
right
the Phillies, the way the Phillies are playing, you still can't capitalize.
Like, what are you doing?
I mean, as a Brewers fan, you got to be like, are you killing me? Like, we're sitting here, just the opposite end. You're right.
But in Milwaukee, they're probably like, it's okay, guys.
Well, yeah.
We'll get them next year.
Yeah.
Well, I think I feel like in Milwaukee, they're like, it's all right, we got the Packers.
Right.
I feel like everyone's watching the Packers. The Packers are on now. I feel like the majority.
Nobody's even watching this.
There's
probably nobody even there.
I was going to say.
Maybe so.
But you're right. If this was the Phillies, we'd be like, are you kidding me? You've had all these opportunities. You just got to get in. But I mean, going back to that, with the Lakers, we see what happens. Oh man. But
well, I mean, like I said, I'm rooting. I'm to be honest with you, we'll get to the Sixers. I think that Eastern Conference Finals or bust.
Well, I think that's what we've been looking at for the last few years, and that because you got to push through. You got to push through. I mean, honestly, at this point, yes, at minimum, Eastern Conference Finals. I think getting that PJ Tucker and adding the pieces on the bench, I almost feel like it's an Eastern Conference championship or bust.
I mean, it's hard to say that just because
you've never been there. Like if you've
never been there, and to me, you're not even the favorite.
You're not
right.
I think you're you're in the mix,
right?
But when you're talking about Milwaukee, Boston, and I know nobody wants to talk about it, but Brooklyn, when you're talking about those teams, like where do the Sixers fall in that mix?
Oh yeah,
and then Jimmy Butler in Miami. I'm still laughing at Jimmy and
Jimmy's hair is unbelievable.
And, oh my God,
what's wrong with his hair?
You never saw his hair?
You haven't seen his hair?
I thought we talked about it last time.
He got extensions.
Oh, you weren't. Oh, you weren't.
He really got extensions?
Last show, Coach. We talked about it, and I said I thought it was a fake.
Oh no, he did it. I saw when he first did it. It was the summer.
He really got extensions.
His hair is long.
Yes.
What? I'm gonna look it up right now.
It's unbelievable.
Really? He put extensions in his head? Extension dreads?
Yes. I mean, if you ever watched any of the Marvel movies,
right,
or anything like that, it looks like something is coming out of his head, like with some tentacles.
You're kidding me.
Oh my God! It's
I can't believe he's actually kept it. He did it late in the summer. I thought he was, just messing around.
Yeah.
And but he showed up for media day with it. I was shocked.
Oh wow! Really?
Exactly! Wow!
Oh wow! I guess Oh well, hey, listen, man. You know what? Oh wow! Oh, okay. Well, hey, man, you know what? Listen, everybody do what they want to do, man. That's true. Everybody do what they want to do, yo.
He's always beat to his own drum.
Yes, absolutely.
Which has made him as good as he has been. The other thing too is I just bring up Aaron Judge tying Roger Maris.
Yes,
Yankee love.
Yes. Now we gotta get this. We gotta get 62 though.
Yes.
Yeah. He's definitely an MVP, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, if there's ever been another guy that can make the argument against it, it's Ohtani. I mean, what he does is unreal.
Absolutely.
I mean, what he does is unreal.
Right.
But it's crazy because I was watching, I don't know if you saw the replay of the guy at the Blue Jays game when the day he hit 61. And it was like he missed it by 3 inches
from being a millionaire.
Oh my goodness!
Oh wow!
They're like, "Oh, I would have had it." No, you wouldn't have. Wow. No, you wouldn't have.
He had his glove and everything.
Yeah. Wow!
People are like, "Oh, I would have had it." No, No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have caught a 105-mile-an-hour line drive at 348 feet away on an angle.
I don't know.
And, and I liked how Roger Maris's son was like, that's the real home run champion. He took a shot at
Bonds and all.
Bonds.
Yeah, okay, I like it too. I still think, as much as I like that era, though, you know what I'm saying? I do like that
Baseball
era.
was so much fun.
It was, but I think I think Judge deserves that.
He does.
You know what I mean? It's almost like when the Yankees got cheated out that World Series by the Houston Astros. The whole little, what was that called? The trash gate or whatever?
Well,
you know what I'm
you're
saying?
right. I know, you're right. I don't know if it was called Trash Gate, but it was something similar. Yeah.
It was like you knew that meant fastball, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, I think that he deserves it. So, I think that'd be a good thing for him. It's good for the Yankees.
The Phillies are officially done, just so you know. So that victory is in place. 8-1. Phillies victory's in place. So at minimum,
just call it.
Let me see what happened. But at minimum, they didn't say. But at minimum, the magic number is down to 2.
At minimum. Yeah. That's just sad, man. I don't even think they give magic numbers to wild card teams. That's crazy.
They finished in 6.
What is it? What was that?
They give magic numbers to wild card teams.
Yeah, I mean, you're still
good. It's all good. Yeah, it's all good.
To clinch the spot.
So now, do you celebrate that with champagne and stuff like that?
Yes.
No.
See, that's where I agree. Coach.
Why not? You're still clinching getting in the playoffs.
You've done nothing. You barely made it.
You made the playoffs.
That does not deserve champagne.
I don't think you celebrate making the playoffs.
No, I don't think you celebrate.
I mean, I still think
you win the AL East or the NL East. That's
here's
champagne
my thing. I know they have their T-shirts. It's all for media, but I will not buy any type of Phillies wild card gear. I can tell you this.
Okay.
I will not.
But you would celebrate it with champagne.
I will be very happy if the Phillies get in.
Well, then you have a team.
Will the team celebrate?
They will. All the teams do.
They celebrate making the playoffs?
They celebrate making the playoffs. They do.
So wait, like somebody clinches on game 130, they go back and celebrate?
They do. Yeah. I mean, the Yankees did it, but of course, they did the AL East, and I agree with that.
Okay,
if
right.
you get a division title, it's different.
Thank you.
You're the best team in your division.
AL East, you know what I'm saying?
But I know the Blue Jays just got in. They celebrated it. The Phillies will celebrate it. They all do.
Wow. With champagne and
then they all have these.
So what if
T-shirts of like we.
So what if the Mariners? I mean the Marlins win this game, so it'll be 1. So then they go to Houston and get beat, and then the Mariners lose. Or I keep saying Mariners. Milwaukee loses.
They're gonna have it on tap.
Celebrate that loss.
They're gonna have it on tap.
4-4, baby.
Oh, is it really 4-4?
No, I'm joking.
Oh, I was gonna say they really will. They'll have it right on. I mean, so basically, in Houston, they're gonna have it on tap. They'll have the lockers covered, just in case.
That's hilarious.
That's hilarious for a wild card.
For the wild card,
I think for anybody celebrating the playoff is crazy.
I think a division title.
It's like cutting down the nets. After
when do you
a victory,
I think you cut down the nets after. Now, I think you should do it after a conference title, not regular season, a playoff conference title. I don't know, Coach. It's probably more along the lines of because you've been involved.
I think if you won like the MEAC or an American East, then you celebrate. So if you win that, because
even a regular season title.
No, but see, if you win that, you're going to the 64.
If you're going to the dance,
right?
Then you got to.
That's what I was saying because
so that you won something.
Right, the conference title. I agree.
Right,
I agree with the conference title, which I also agree with. In baseball, they really should only celebrate if you win a division. Like you can win a division. You win a division, I'll give you. You can celebrate with.
So I'm confused now. Are you saying that you should not have the champagne? I'm confused. Are you saying
I think if you get in,
so you're saying the Phillies should not?
No, I mean like if you get, you get in, you get in.
Here,
listen, you get in. What's the difference?
But that's like so. Just to go back to our March Madness reference, that's like I don't know, Syracuse.
Celebrating at large?
Gets the last at large bid.
Okay.
They celebrate like when they're watching it because we got in.
Right.
Because they're all happy we play at what's it called? Right, but they're not like cutting anything down or like
who's doing that?
Okay, fair enough then. I think so we'll agree that if you win something yourself to get you in automatically, like if you win a division in baseball, it's okay to celebrate.
Yes, I would
like if you got What if you clinch the number one spot? Like like the Dodgers clinched the best record in baseball.
But you know what? And I think this is what happens. Teams like that are like, this is what we're supposed to do.
It is. The Dodgers really are. They do. They just
So it's not like that's not the goal. Like, what are we celebrating for?
right. And even
That's
when
not
you see those teams and they have their little T-shirts, it's all for marketing purposes. They're just
Right.
They're not even hyped about it. Now, Phillies fans, I will not. Like I said, they're going to have.
I think you'll celebrate, Randy.
I will celebrate.
It's a
I
lot-
will.
it's a-
I will celebrate.
Well, it's a lot different when it happens in game 140 and game 162. That's a huge difference.
It is. I mean, I will celebrate if the Phillies clinch.
Can we just get 3 outs here?
I was going to say 3 outs down. I mean, I will have.
It's no outs.
And it's
Run
not,
on second.
I might. I mean, I have a couple better whiskeys. I might bring out one of the better whiskeys if.
Sure. Oh, do you hide
might-
your whiskey too? You hide your bottles?
What do you mean?
Like your good bottles versus your.
I mean, I have like better ones, compared to the
no, does
everyday
company
ones.
get access to your good bottles? Or?
If I like you,
Oh wow. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
you know.
Good to know.
So,
1 out.
but you're right. I mean, it is. It's just now they got to get in, especially with the fact that they have the longest drought in baseball.
Yeah, I mean,
But the Mariners clinching last night, and I've always been. The funny thing is, I've always been a closet Mariners fan because of the Griffey days and
The
whatnot.
Mariners,
they used to be really good.
but the Mariners play-by-play guy is awesome.
Is he? I never
never heard
You got to listen to it was 2. He did it 2 years back to back. They had like different things of him,
Right.
and he's awesome. Like I was fired up for them. Like I was into it.
They were
Wow.
so fun. I mean, it was like I said. I always had a little soft spot for them. So when they got in, I was like,
They were really good though.
They were.
they were so
Randy
much fun.
Johnson.
yeah.
Jay Buhner.
Jay Buhner.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Him. Mark Langston. They had him. The pitcher.
Edgar.
Whoever go
Edgar Martinez.
Martinez. Right. Ken Griffey.
I still think Edgar. There's an argument whether or not he should be in the Hall of Fame, and I think he should be because I think that there should be the best player at your position, and like he was one of the first designated hitters, and I think that if you're the best at your position, you should be in.
I agree with that.
Oh yeah.
So-
Yeah, I hear you. Is Richie Ashburn in?
Shut up. See, I
No,
caught myself.
is he in the?
I
He's
believe,
not in the Hall of
I believe
Fame.
Richie Ashford is a Hall of Famer.
He's if you take a walk, it's
Well, we might be,
there is a
in
wall.
the CB's Hall of Fame.
There is a wall that you can pass by.
Okay, I didn't. He's not.
1995, he was elected to the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
So
What the heck did he do, man? Nobody's never heard of him. I've never seen anybody with an Ashburn jersey either.
it is a rarity. You're right.
My gosh,
It is.
like Mitchell
What
and
is the
Ness,
most?
nobody.
What
No
is,
way.
if you go to a Yankees game, what's the most popular jersey you see?
Well, right now you could, I guess, Aaron Judge,
Now?
Right.
and then you go. I think
Jeter.
Jeter. Then you always have you have the Mariano jersey.
Yeah,
You know, you
I
might.
used to like Andy Pettit,
I had Andy Pettit. He was a bulldog. He would go get it for you.
Yeah.
Bernie Williams.
Bernie Williams. I was a big David Cone fan. Like I like Conehead. When Conehead pitched, Conehead was all right. I liked him for the Mets, but I really liked him for the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? He was tough.
So I mean, it's. I'd say we said it before. This is a great time of the year for sports.
It is.
You got a
is,
little
it
bit
is.
of everything
It is.
going on.
I would sit out in the rain for a Yankee game, a playoff one.
The Yankee playoff game.
Yeah, I would.
I would too.
I would. And you know what? If I was, if the Eagles was my team and we out there, we tailgating, we drinking, you know what I'm saying? I might do it. Because you live once, Randy. You would do it too.
No,
You really wouldn't do it.
no. Like if someone offered me tickets to today's game, I wouldn't have gone.
Really?
No.
Because of the rain.
Right. I'm not gonna not
Right.
game 4
You're not
of the
doing
regular season. I'm not.
You're not doing it.
I'm not. But
What about it? What about it?
What if
Rain on a Eagles Cowboys Monday night game?
Right.
that has a little bit more significance.
What
That's
if-
a little more significance.
what if-
But let me tell you, if the Phillies were home today,
What if Carson was a QB1?
if the Phillies were home today, though, and this was like the last home game of the season, or even let's just say game like right now. Oh, what do we got? Oh, Yelich walked. Oh my goodness, I would have sat out for the Phillies because to me this would have been like a playoff game.
Really?
Yeah,
Would people have been there though?
not really.
Not
People
really.
weren't-
They weren't there.
I was disappointed when I went last Sunday,
Mm.
last home game of the season,
Yeah.
1:00 game.
Yeah. Nice day out
Nice
too.
day until it started raining.
Weird, but
and that's the thing that gets me is because if the Phillies get in, you're gonna see that stadium packed.
I was really disappointed in that.
Yeah.
And you're gonna see that stadium packed, like, and it's just like, really?
And everybody wants to talk about this is Phillies.
Oh, it's a red October. No.
Yeah.
Guys are liars.
Well, it's not going to be like they're going to have champagne. You know what I'm saying? Or
Like, I mean, I get
if-
irritated. I really get irritated about the people out there.
You're going to celebrate. You're going to be happy.
Like,
You're gonna be
you guys
happy.
weren't with us.
You're going to be happy.
You were with us more.
Yeah.
than
I'm not
they.
rooting for them.
I know.
don't root for them.
2 outs.
Really?
Oh, what happened here? Run had to score. Oh, no. Fly out to center. The way that they have it, this was a fly out to the track. But did the run score?
No, it's first and second. Nobody scored.
Okay. Well, see, I thought it was first and third. I mean,
First and second.
I got that
First and
crappy
second.
service.
Oh, it's 2 hours though.
I think it's. I don't know if anybody.
First and second. Oh, my goodness. Well, listen, I know that we got to at least stay on and see what happens before we wrap up the show. I got to tell you this experience, though, yesterday. I went to go get my hair cut. And I was having a lot going on yesterday. After before the show, I was telling you we were supposed to do it. So I was like, all right, I'm going to get my hair cut. Always relaxing, makes you feel good.
Do you talk to your barber?
Well, I have to.
Do you have a barber or do you have a hairstylist?
I have different. I have a guy I go to if I'm like going to an event or something where I want it to be real nice with the beard and all that. Then I have a regular, cheaper version that I go to.
So they don't get it nice with the beard and everything?
No, they'll get it nice, but they're not using the straight edge and whatnot. I have a guy over at the barbershop that's the barber for when I want it real crispy.
Okay.
And then I have one that's just, it'll get the job done.
Okay. What barber? I mean, so.
Go ahead. Culturally.
Yeah, culturally. Right. What
So I go
barbershop
to
do you?
I go to BKS. It's over at Mount Laurel. They have a couple shops. There's one in Cherry Hill. There's one in Mount Laurel. They have some good
BKS. I knew BKS from.
It's called Levels.
Summerdale.
Levels. Yeah, Levels.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Levels Barbershop.
Okay,
So I'll go there if I want a real good cut.
Okay.
And then I have a guy or two and one of the women over there at the Great Clips.
Okay.
Where I can get some, $9.99 haircut special.
Right. You were hesitant with it's like he was. I don't know. So you go what? Great Clips?
So if it's just a normal cut, I'll go to the Great Clips.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Okay.
So
Now, all right. Now, is the conversation different at Great Clips than it is
absolutely.
at BK?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's much more entertaining at the Levels Barbershop.
The Levels bar. Okay.
Yes. I mean, at the Great Clips, it's not. So it's a very generic conversation. At Levels, you never know. I mean, people will threaten each other at the Levels Barbershop.
Okay.
Uh-oh, end of the 12th. That's it.
Struck out.
They won.
That's it. We're down to one game. One game. So it is much different. Like I was at the Levels one time, and they were like, "Listen, the guy told us if you talk to my girl that way again, we're gonna have a problem," because she was cutting hair.
Oh wow!
But anyway, so you don't have that going down at the Great Clips. Okay. But anyway, so I go into the Great Clips, and I said, "Oh, this is what I would like you to do. Just give me a zero. Just leave it.
What are you ordering?
So I do. If I do a 0, a 3, and a 1.
Okay, tell me your order at Levels, and then tell me the order at Great Clips, or is the order the same?
It's the order's the same, but the way it looks is different. It's
Right,
like if you
but-
order a
but the
pepperoni,
way you say it,
The way you say it the same too. Like so at Levels, you say give me a 0.
I say
a
0,
1, and a 3.
I say a 0, low fade, 3, 1. And they're like, okay, got you. That's it.
Okay, then what about it?
And then at Great Clips, I'll say that. And I'm like, well, you want a high and tight? And I'm like, no, I have to be very specific when I say low
got
fade.
you. Okay.
So I sent to this, and by the people that normally cut weren't in yesterday.
Okay.
So I said, okay, I'll give this nice lady a
Great
shot.
Clips.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
So
give-
you have a guy or a girl at Great Clips?
I have a guy and there's a girl that cut my hair.
at Great Clips.
Yeah, and they
Okay.
both are usually, do a good job.
Okay.
So I went in, ladies, and so I said, all right, I'll give her a shot, whatever it is. I wanted the haircut. So she said, oh, what do you want? And I said, oh, I'm going to take the 0. And then she said, you want a high and tight? I said, oh, no. I want a high and tight.
Okay.
I said, I want a low fade.
Right.
And I said, leave it enough that I can comb on top a little bit.
Right. High and tight's like a military.
Right.
Type,
And I said, no, I don't want that. So she says, okay. She starts off by like piecing out the top of my hair. And I'm like, what is she doing?
Okay.
So automatically I'm like, this is not a good start.
Right. So what do you do?
So I was like, all right, let her just do her thing. I don't know. Everyone cuts the hair.
Right.
So she starts cutting it, and I see her going, like she goes all the way up. And I'm like,
Okay.
All right, maybe she'll blend it in. I'm just letting her do her thing. Every barber or whatnot
It's
has
different. Everybody has different
their means to
styles.
getting to the end.
Right.
So at the end, she's like, I'm saying it's basically like a patch on the top of my head. And I'm like, oh my goodness.
Wow.
She's like, are you happy? And I was like, no. It's exactly what I asked you not to do.
Oh, and she did it high and tight.
Yeah, I said it's exactly what I asked you not to do.
Wow.
She's like, well, let's comb it. And there was not a whole lot to comb.
Right.
And so she said, well, what do you want me to do? Like with an attitude. I said, well, I get at this point, just take it down a little more, give it a buzz cut pretty much.
Okay.
So she's like, well, I'm not going to charge you for it.
Oh, you got it.
And I said, okay, well, I appreciate that. And so I said, no. I said, I don't want you to do that. Like,
you still gave her something.
And well, hold on.
Okay.
So story. So either way, so she starts cutting, she's cutting it. That was fine. And she goes, well, let me do your beard for you.
Okay.
And she starts cutting, and she goes, and she goes, and I'm like, oh, should I get you? I'm like, yes. It looked like someone did the Elvis on my lip. It was like,
wow.
And she goes, well, it's not bleeding. You're good.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
So she's giving me this attitude.
Wow.
Oh man. Long story short. So then she get, she cut it, but she's like,
Yeah. Now, how much was this total haircut if you did pay?
If I did pay for it,
Did you say $10? Did you say $9.95?
Well, if I have the coupon,
Oh my Lord!
I have it will be about $15 to $20.
Oh,
So
okay.
normally with the beard, it is like I said.
Yeah, I would. You know what? Maybe. I don't know. Do good barbershops have coupons?
No, they don't. I'm telling, but
That
I
might
told
be
you.
a telltale sign.
But I told you, I knew what I was getting into when I went there. I was going for I didn't have time. I didn't have time to wait.
Okay.
I didn't have time to schedule my appointment this Saturday, so I was just going to go and get what I thought was the normal cut.
Yeah, you might need you a few.
Oh man.
A few. You might need a few barbershops like Levels. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if Levels is too crowded, go to somebody else.
No, you're right.
But yeah,
you're right.
Because
But
like those, that's like a chain. That's like a chain.
listen, but I'm telling
shop,
you,
right?
But
Two
some
great
of
clips.
the ones who work here, they do have a nice job. They got good clippers. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
The guy and the girl normally cut it. They do a great job.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
But that was my story from yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coupon.
That's it.
No,
Yeah,
there's no-
that's what I'm saying. I don't really think.
So
I
you
don't
don't. So you guys haven't been to a barbershop with that's not even a barbershop.
I've never used a coupon to get a haircut. Never.
I mean, that's not exactly a barbershop though. I mean, Great Clips is not a barbershop.
It's a salon.
It's
Closer to a salon than a barbershop.
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
But either way, I just thought I would share that fun story.
Okay.
And then it was funny because the other, ladies or men, that were there were just watching this interaction, and I'm trying to keep calm,
Right.
and she was like, all right, well, what do you want? I'm like, I'm still going to tip her. Like you still provided me a service.
Oh.
It was like a
You're a
waitress.
nice guy.
Well, it was like a waitress. Like I would
Yeah.
give you 10% instead of 20%.
Right. I still think that everybody deserves a tip, but I just think that just in the future, if there's anything that you could Groupon or coupon for a haircut, that's probably not the. You might take the kids there, but you know what I'm saying. But adults, no.
You're right.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't do that. I used to get Jason haircut. His was like I call it a one a month. That's it. And all the way off, even.
Nice.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? Until he was able to, he wanted more, and I saw his friends getting more, so I said, all right, well, go ahead. It's cool. But,
man.
for the most part, like, nah, cut it off. You know what I'm saying?
No, and that's it. When I go,
So that's where you can go to, like,
you're right.
Great Clips can handle haircuts.
No,
like
but at that point, I mean, I could have done it myself.
Right.
I mean, because during COVID, I had gotten could have done this myself.
Okay.
But for example, I have a wedding early in November. I'll go to the barber.
You'll
before
go
the
to.
wedding.
Okay. So what's the significance in that? So you'll go to a barbershop that is not as good as the other barbershop, and they don't cut you that good. So you rather be subpar than sharp?
No. It's not about that.
Is that what I hear you say?
No, because the people who normally cut my hair, they do a good job, and it gets the job done.
It's a little pricey though, isn't it?
At the barber?
At Levels.
Levels, it is, but you also pay for what you get.
Right.
I mean, when I'm there, like I said, I'm leaving. It's a work of art. I'm there for 45 minutes, 50 minutes in the chair.
Okay, so you're probably paying like $40 there.
Yeah, like 45 with a tip.
Yeah, 45,
and a cool guy though. Good conversation.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
But
I can't pay $45. I can't pay $45 for a haircut. I can't do it. I can't do it. I would love to do it, but I can't do it. So I understand why you keep great clips in your pocket.
That's what I mean. Because that I can so I can kind of space it out.
Barber, and that's the one thing. But barbers are they're such artists, and it's such a work of art though, because you really need them.
Right. You do.
Well, until you could do your own though. But once you do your own, well, it must be a liberating. Do you cut your own hair, Coach?
Yeah.
Is it liberating that you don't have to be, connected to a barber?
Yeah, it is.
It is, because when you had to go to barbers, you kind of got to move how they move.
You're on their schedule.
You're on their schedule.
Even when you have your 2:00 appointment, when my man just sat down at 1:50, you're like, yeah.
And then you had plans. Yeah,
right.
There's nothing you can do.
Now you could do it.
I never forget my first night.
You could
always go with the guy who's open.
Right. But see what happens.
Exactly. And then she's telling me how she wants to go back to school for different things.
Oh,
and I'm like, maybe you should, because I don't know if this is your.
But I gotta admit, though, shout out to my guy though. He was a newbie too. Alan, my boy Al, he cuts my hair, man. He been my barber.
I've experienced a good cut by Al.
But he was the one that was just open, didn't have no customer. You know what I'm saying? But he was a young boy coming up, and you know what? That shape up cost me $5, and I was like, okay, yep, give me the same thing every week. We had good money.
I know, like I said, he gave me a good cut. I remember a good cut for Al.
Yeah.
So that was my experience, but listen, I know that we we all have some different things we want to get into.
Last thing, real quick, my boy Josh up in New York at one point was paying like $65, $70 for a Caesar from this one dude. Like this dude is like, he's like some award. These barbers be like award winning.
Yeah, I mean, there's guys who they.
But $70 for
Yeah.
I mean, he's massaging your head. You got the towel, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's
shade.
You know what's funny? And
all that. I don't need all that shit. You know, I don't need all that stuff, yo. Just cut me up, yo.
That's it.
I don't need no $70.
And now, like,
that's a lot, yo.
They don't even wash your hair anymore for you.
See, that's a different barber.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? They don't even wash it anymore.
Well, like great clips you talking about.
Yeah, they don't even do that anymore. I used to get the haircut. They would go in. They would then I could go before work because they would cut it. They would wash it out, throw some fresh gel in it, whatever it was, and I could go on my way. Now, no, I got to go home. I got to shower. Everything.
Yeah. I don't. I don't know.
You don't want to come to Great Clips with me next time, Coach?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, I can't.
All right.
But it's interesting how culturally, like, it's just different.
It is.
It's different.
You're 100% right.
It's different.
But like I said, it's interesting because the one girl who does cut it there, she used to work in a barbershop, and I have no problem with her cutting it. She's got the good gold, buzzer with the maroon backing. Like, it's a good,
it's just culturally.
That's what I'm saying. But you still know the tool.
I don't know no gold buzzer.
No, you know what I'm talking about. Coach, you know what I'm talking about? The good
I've never
buzzer?
been in a barbershop with a gold buzzer.
No. Coach, you know what I'm talking about?
I've never been in a barbershop.
All right, I think we're going to get into our final thought because
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
So there's the good square that gives you the good bald fade.
No, I know the buzzer you're talking about. I don't know.
So the ones that I've been a good experience with is it has a maroon and it has the gold. The actual buzzers are gold. And then the maroon.
At Great Clips type of barbershop.
Right. Well, it's not
Levels.
Levels has had good ones like that
but
too.
You ain't seen no gold buzzer at Levels.
No, I have.
You have?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
I have to do research on this.
All right. Fair enough.
I don't know no gold buzzer.
Listen, that's why I always enjoy this show. I always enjoy bringing the different experiences. And I knew yesterday I had to bring it up. I said, I was shout out. I was like, I have to do it.
It's all good, man. Yo, these are good conversations because had you not mentioned the coupon, that's what got me going. It was the coupon because I've never heard of anybody.
But they're not a barbershop. They aren't.
They're more like a salon.
They are, just the salon. Like they're not even I don't know. They're in the middle because of a salon.
Well, so it's like a reverse polarity. So no, it is though. So So do more men than women go there, or more women than men?
I would say men over women because
To Great
the
Clips?
women are still going to the real salons.
They're going to actual
Oh,
salon.
yeah, actually still going. Okay.
You know, maybe you get a lot of the the older women who just they're like, I just need a little trim,
I got you.
you know,
Okay.
or if something like that. Like my mom will go to a hair cutter or your Great Clips.
Okay.
So, but you know.
Hispanic barbershops is dope too, though.
Oh yeah,
And they official too. I can't even front. They're
Oh, yeah,
official.
yeah.
Official.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So,
But yeah, it's just interesting.
the best barbershops usually have some extracurricular activities going on.
I'm not sure how to look at
No,
that.
but I mean that in a good way.
Okay.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But okay. There's no extra. There's
Not
no
at the
extra,
Great Clips.
Not the Great Clips.
No.
Yeah. That's
no.
that's.
Or
that's
if
not happening.
there are, there's one you don't want them cutting your hair. There's the ones you're like, wait a minute, those aren't the activities I want you participating
Okay.
in. So like there's the acceptable extracurriculars, then there's the non-acceptable.
Right. Okay.
So,
But that's not going down at Great Clips though.
it is, but the ones that are going down there, you want to be made aware of that.
Yeah. I'm
So-
not even sure. Yeah. Yeah. Great Clips are always they're in like strip malls, right?
Yeah.
There's not going to be like a
Standalone, no. Like this one-
levels is that standalone?
Well,
or is
this
that
one's
like
it is in a strip
it's
mall.
in a strip mall.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it
okay.
is.
But
So-
majority of the barbershops, some of them actually it's changed though.
It's changing now.
Yeah, because now they are in strip
Yeah, because you got
malls.
the ones that are in the ones in the Walmart.
They're not bad.
The one in the Walmart.
The Barbers Inc.
Yeah, shout out to
They're
my
not-
boy Marcus Thompson. He's the owner of them.
He's the owner of them.
Yeah.
So this dude named Al was from Burlington. What's
Well, I mean, it might be. I don't know if it's a franchise, but
Yeah.
I know Marcus has a couple. Shout out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they still the one on Beverly Van Cocus,
Oh yeah,
right there by the McDonald's in Willenboro. You know what I'm saying? They were like my backups. They were like my Great Clips. You know what I'm saying? So I had backups. Cause sometimes I'll be busy. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta sometimes maneuver. I don't like to maneuver. But sometimes my boy
sometimes
be
you have
busy.
to.
Yeah. And then my other dude is over there by some of their hoagie house. It's a barbershop. I think it's called Epiphany or something like that. He's dope too. He's
Okay.
official.
so maybe my backup one.
But see, it's funny. You choose your backup based on pricing.
Yes.
Right. See, no. Culturally, I don't choose my backup based on pricing. I choose my backup. And I think most individuals, culturally might choose their backup
You're right.
in my culture based on who's not going to jack up my hairline.
No, you're right. You're right. And then she had the
Who's
audacity.
not pushing me back?
She had the audacity to go, ooh, looks like the hair is going back a little bit there. I was like, that's all right.
Wow.
That's enough.
Wow.
That's enough.
Wow.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah. We won't be visiting Great Clips no time soon.
All right. Fair enough. But again, it makes for good entertainment.
It does.
Makes for good entertainment. So,
It does.
all right. Well, listen, with that said, it has been a fun show. I'm glad that we all have been back on. Coach, it was great to have you back on with us. Jay, what's your final thought tonight? Besides the fact you're going to owe Coach and I
listen, man,
$25.
shout out to my cousins, Kareem and Anissa. They lost their moms. So, me and my uncle as well, Tosh. I know they're not listening because I don't think they know where it's at. But maybe if fate has it that they get this, definitely know that something that I'm definitely with them. We get to bury my aunt tomorrow. So was gonna go up there tonight, but I just don't feel like driving in this rain. Like it's just not. It's some rain that first of all I don't like the rain. That's like the worst weather. That's the worst weather to drive in to me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like because if I'm in the snow, I already know I'm not going nowhere, and I'm going slow as hell anyway. But in the rain, people. Well, now see, it's different. Now. I got an SUV now, so I might get cute.
Still,
and
don't be that.
There are people like I got an SUV, so I just keep motoring. You know what I'm saying?
You still got to be aware. Aware.
Worst thing I ever did was hydroplane. And if you have a hydroplane, it's like a scary feeling.
Yeah, no.
And then
no
when I was younger, my boy Jamel and Limbs, we got into this accident right around Nassau Coliseum, right with Nassau County, Nassau Community College. And it's like, I don't know, I had like an alternator problem and the alternator died. And I had my hazards on and it was raining and this guy, he tried to stop, didn't stop, bang, smacked right into the back of us. He backed up.
okay?
He backed up. and kept going.
Well, that's the way in that area.
You know what I mean? I was fine. But back then, you're young and dumb and, like, okay, let me see how much I could sue. And then, but like, how can you sue when the guy ran off?
Yeah, right.
Right. So, but so that's why I'm like, I just don't, when it's dangerous situations, and this is like a dangerous rain. It's just constant, you know what I'm saying? So
it is.
I'll just chill for the night, watch the games a little bit, get up, you know what I'm saying, in the morning, go up there. So just starting the week off, not, in a good space, but got some other things going on this week. So, hopefully got definitely some things on the weekend to look forward to. It's homecoming. So got some other different things, some meetings, conversations and stuff like that. So look forward to that. And that's it, man. Just try to get through tomorrow, though.
All right. Well, obviously, prayers out to your family.
Definitely. Absolutely. Appreciate that.
Coach, how about yourself?
Not a whole lot going on. Looking forward to watching some of these preseason basketball games. Sixers Nets tomorrow, I believe.
Where, in Philly?
No, they're in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
I don't know. It's either tomorrow or Tuesday.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, not a whole lot going on.
That's it. We're one step closer, 2 steps closer to $25 richer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Then maybe I can go to the levels.
Maybe you can go to
and not go to great
consistently.
No, yeah, absolutely.
I can get a celebratory cut.
Yeah, yeah. And how do you guys want your 25? Do we say 25?
Well, wait, hold on. I said we're 2 steps closer. I didn't say we're winners.
But I didn't know if you were celebrating that.
No, I would not.
Champagne's on ice.
Champagne's on ice.
And goggles.
And the goggles. And the goggles.
Right.
Absolutely. And they do. It's funny with the shirts. They we got the whatever they do. We clinched the playoffs.
Yeah.
No, I'm not getting any shirts.
You're not, we wouldn't get one if they won the NL East either, though, would you?
No.
Right. So it's not the reason that's
at this point. The only thing at this point, I'm only getting World Series champions.
Right. But you do agree that they should celebrate, though.
I think they should celebrate.
I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. I don't think so.
Well, either way.
I think you're celebrating, like fool's gold. You haven't done nothing.
Like you can celebrate, like be happy, celebrate.
Yeah, go out for dinner or something like that.
It's not like a
champagne popping.
Champagne.
Yeah. So if you're at home, if you go out and you celebrate with your fans, you think that's appropriate?
What do you mean?
Like if they're home, they'll go out on the field and they'll do a little, celebratory ovation.
Yeah, you can do that, and then you go in and you go about your day.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and that's like you said. Some of the bigger, the teams that they expect to be there,
right?
You can see them having a few beers, nothing crazy, but that's it.
Yeah.
So, well, like I said, I mean, the Phillies are down to 1, Eagles 4-0. It's good.
It's a good day to be a Philly.
Philly fan. It is. So,
you know what I mean? And listen, we got to get. I want the Sixers to win. Okay. But Philly as a Philly, I guess you would consider yourself Philly sports fans, right?
I would, yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, not New Jersey.
No, not New Jersey.
Even though you live in Jersey,
right.
But that's okay.
So do you.
But you guys deserve to. You guys got to get a championship, though. You know what I'm saying? Because all your teams are pretty much good, right? Like the Phillies, they're decent. They should be. If you get in the playoffs, you have a chance to win.
Anybody does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sixers, you know what I'm saying?
Flyers
Eagles.
Flyers are horrendous. I mean, Flyers are horrendous. They're like not even on the radar.
Yeah. So it's all good.
But listen, with that said, like I said, for Coach, for Jay, once again, we're looking forward to some upcoming live shows. I know that we're looking at a little bit of Berlin Brewing later on this month, so stay alert for that. Once again, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and whatnot, on Twitter, and just continue to help us grow. We appreciate all the support. And once again, for Jason, for Marcus, appreciate you guys watching. Go Phillies, magic number down to 1. We'll catch you next time.